and I'm right back to it. So, um, last video we did the business card, which is still up on the screen. Next, we're going to move on to the postcard. And so the postcard is going to be kind of the same setup here. I'm going to do new. And then I told you guys to do 4x6 or 6x4 is what's set up here. And if you don't have the setting, again, you can manually enter in the 1/8 inch bleed, CMYK color, height, 300 ppi. And then in this case, we're going to do one artboard. Don't do two. Basically, with the postcard, I assume that the backside is going to contain your mailing address and the indicia and all the other automation stuff for the post office. And we're not getting into that. So for this one, just do a single-sided artboard, 6x4 with those bleed settings and color settings and everything. And then I'm going to kind of do this almost the exact same thing here. We're just going to keep charging through this. So I'm going to copy this logo from there, throw it on here, and then the instructions were to like advertise the business in some way. So invite recipients to a grand opening or offer a special. So that's what we'll do. So I'm going to actually leave this kind of in the same part of the screen. I'm just going to make it a little bigger. I'm going to go to the rectangle tool, and what I'm going to do is just draw kind of like a rectangle here, and this will be our coupon. And then just kind of space it in a little bit like that. And then one of the things I didn't go over with you guys is the stroke set, or I briefly touched on, was the stroke settings. And the stroke, again, is the outside of the line. So if I change the color of the stroke, you can see that that kind of border color changes. There's a couple other different things, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this with it, is I think it's important for you guys to kind of see things you can do with it. So for example, I can align this, so you see how it's centered around that blue line that indicates the shape itself. I can actually move it inside, or I can move it outside. I can round the corners, I can do flattened rounds, I can do sharp corners, I can, for the end caps, I can do special things with those. What I really want to do in this case is I want to do a dashed line. And so I'm going to turn the weight of it kind of up thick so you get that kind of like old school cutout coupon-y look. And we'll keep this at about 4 pixels, it looks like. And then I'm going to change this spacing to be right about there. And then, let's see. And then we'll throw, we'll go with that kind of, oops, send it back. We'll go with the same blue color I had over here, so I'm going to just copy, oops, you, okay. Yeah, that didn't take. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need it there. I don't like how that corner is. And you can do other stuff too, like you can create weird kind of patterns with these. I'm not going for weird in this case. We're just gonna kind of just trying to figure out how big I want to get that, and then we'll do our offer one free scoop. With purchase of a single scoop. And then again, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to steal this text. Again, I'm trying to tie all the branding in. I don't know if I actually want to use this. Let's see, I've been using bold with it. so let's see if we can actually switch this. We can. I mean, I know we can. So we'll go to regular. I just don't want it to be super overpowering here. Oops. Okay. So we will do one free scoop. We'll make that part really big, and then we want our disclaimer small. Center align that. One free scoop. Purchase an additional scoop. During Wednesday scoop night. Sure. Okay. So let's shrink this text a little bit more. And then we're going to bump out this paragraph again just to kind of give it a little more spacing. First line, we'll take this out a little bit as well. And then, of course, there's always a disclaimer. Oops. Drew a rectangle. Alright. So I'll just let the, don't worry about that. I'm just throwing this in just for the sake of authenticity. Put that right there. Keep that text small. And then, of course, anytime you send something out to people who don't know who you are or where you're coming from, make sure you include information about who you are and where you're coming from. So, we will add, actually we'll use this text right here. We will recopy this straight out of here, so we don't have to do that again. And I'm going to kind of just let it fill up this area. I will say white space is kind of like one of the hardest things to learn. And so just be comfortable with white space. You don't have to put something in every square inch. He says as he filled every square inch of that with artwork. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, something street. And some city, California, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll throw in a phone number here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And then what else would strangers want to know? Strangers would probably want to know. Let's see, let's outline that just to get that over with. Probably do that here too. Usually you want to outline. I did it here for the logo because it's super important to do it for the logo. But anytime you guys have text that you are using a special font for, you usually want to go and do the outliner on that, especially if it's large or important. Sometimes like the smaller text, it doesn't matter because it's small, and if it gets kicked back to a default font, no one cares. But if it's something larger like that, you know, you can just correct it to Arial and no one will notice. But something where it's actual branding of the company, make sure that you do convert that over. So this one, I think it's more important that people who are looking for this know the phone number. And I'm actually going to cut that out, and I'm going to paste it back in here. I'll just try and line that up right there. Let's see. Where do I want to put this? We'll align it right there. And then our visitors will need to know the hours we're open. 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, Sunday. 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. No, 9 p.m. just steal this graphic again. Nope, not there. All right. I'm probably not going to do it as high up. I think I'm just going to fill in that corner right there with it. Oops. And then it's on top. We need it to actually be on the bottom. So again, I'm going to take all my text, U, and I'm going to move all this text up to a separate layer just so I have that artwork on top. So we'll just move that over, and that solves all the other problems we had. Okay. Again, keeping it super simple here. Don't go crazy. Just try and keep everything tied in together. Okay, so, and that's Postcard in 11 minutes, so not bad. We'll come back and we'll do our web ad. So I got to grab a couple things for that. I will see you on that one.